Welcome back to Space Weather News, your daily source for all things space weather related. Solar Cycle 25 is the current cycle of solar activity, which began in December 2019 and is expected to reach its maximum in 2025. As we approach the predicted peak of the cycle, scientists and space weather forecasters are closely monitoring the Sun's activity to determine if we have indeed reached the peak. The Sun's activity cycle is characterized by a periodic change in the number of sunspots and solar flares on the Sun's surface. The cycle is usually 11 years long, but can vary between 9 and 14 years. The peak of the cycle, also known as solar maximum, is characterized by the highest number of sunspots and solar flares. One way scientists track solar activity is by monitoring the number of sunspots on the Sun's surface. Sunspots are dark, cooler areas on the Sun's surface that are associated with increased magnetic activity. The number of sunspots increases as the cycle approaches its maximum, and decreases as the cycle approaches its minimum. Another way to track solar activity is by monitoring the number of solar flares, which are sudden bursts of energy on the Sun's surface. Solar flares can disrupt communications systems, damage satellites, and even cause power outages on Earth. So far, the data collected on Solar Cycle 25 indicates that we have not yet reached the peak of the cycle. While the number of sunspots has been increasing, it is not yet at the level typically seen during solar maximum. Similarly, the number of solar flares has not yet reached the high levels typically seen during solar maximum. However, it's important to note that predictions for Solar Cycle 25 have been uncertain, and some scientists have suggested that it may be weaker than previous cycles. It's worth mentioning that solar activity also has an impact on the Earth's climate, through the modulation of cosmic rays, which affect cloud formation and thus the Earth's albedo, reflectivity. Overall, the approach of the maximum of Solar Cycle 25 is an important event for scientists and space weather forecasters to monitor. While we have not yet reached the peak of the cycle, the Sun's activity is constantly changing and we should expect to see an increase in sunspots and solar flares as we continue to approach the predicted maximum in 2025. Thank you for watching our video on Solar Cycle 25. We hope you found it informative and educational. As we approach the predicted maximum of the cycle in 2025, it is important to stay informed about the Sun's activity and its potential effects on Earth. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to our channel for more content on space and science. We will keep you updated on the latest developments and discoveries related to Solar Cycle 25 and other topics. Thank you for your support.